Man, that looks really cool. I wish they made a tabletop game about that. They do. It's called Mordheim, idiot.
Hello, Luketter here, and today we are talking about Mordheim. Just recently got into it and just love it. Love the game so far, and I love that it's a Games Workshop game, but it's also at this point model agnostic, so that you could use any models you want. And haven't really played a game yet. I've more started really getting models. My first warband is Skaven. And you can have up to 20 models, an assassin adept, which Deathmaster will work pretty nicely. I got a video of him up on the channel. Eshin sorcerer. I have two options. I have Grayseer, and then I also have this kind of monk kind of looking Skaven that came in Scalp Pact I bought off of Etsy. That'll work, so those two will be really nice. Black Skaven, I can have up to 2. So probably going to be these sneaky guys with cloaks and daggers. Really cool. And then up to 2 Night Runners. So far, I got this guy. And then I need to make or buy another Night Runner guy. So I'm down 1 Night Runner at the moment. Any number of models may be Verminkin. My starting list has, I think, like 10 or 12 like Verminkin models. So this is an alternate sculpt I bought on Etsy. I also have, my 100 Verminkin, 100 clan rats that I built and painted in 24 hours. Video also on the channel. I'll probably dip into them, but I'll have to paint up these guys a little bit more because I want my Mordheim armies to look nice. And then I don't have any giant rats. I do have rat ogres. This is going to be my Eshin rat ogre. And he's got the cowl and the leathers, and he looks really cool like that. So that kind of rounds out my Eshin Skaven Warband. I also print out the rules for Clan Pestilence from Mordheim, which is the website that all the legacy rules and everything is on. If you don't know it, look it up. It's really nice. So that you can have maximum of 15 models. That I have all the models. I have all the models and then some. So you start with the Plague Priest. I have the Plague Pack that I painted up. So he will be my Plague Priest. I will also have to do some extra work on these guys. And then Plague Sorcerer. I have multiple options. I have another Plague Priest or more of the Plague Pack guys. But you can have 2 of those. No, you can have 1 of those. 1 Plague Priest, 1 Plague Sorcerer. Ta-da. So whichever one doesn't become is going to be the other one. So, and then 2 Plague Monks. So, whatever one didn't work. And I also have this guy with Banner and more of the Plague Pact. So these are kind of all just be switched around, and then Monk Initiate, this guy is a new batch that I bought on Etsy that you'll see. And then whoever isn't any of the characters will just be plague novices. Like, he's for sure a novice. Like, homie, there's nothing special about you. But then I got some plague rats on Etsy that, you know, they look cool. They'll be painted up as pestilence, and they got smoky bits all over them and stuff. And you know, they look cool. They look cool. But then I also have a rat ogre for them that, you know, he's got the weird sword coming out of his back. He's got the giant knife flail thing, giant crazy claw. You know, he looks cool. So, but those are pretty much all there with 15, only needing 15 models. I have 15 and then some. So I'll have, you know, alternate characters and all that fun stuff when people die. And then my third idea, I got a gifted that Underworld team, and they were zombies and all that stuff. So I was like, boom, like this is a good start to Undead. So I was like, sweet. So Warband may never exceed 15. So ooh, making room. Fast forward this bit. Don't fast forward this bit. So in Vampire must be led by a vampire. I have this Frostgrave metal vampire that he looks really sweet, and I like metal miniatures. So I was trying to come up with as many metal undead miniatures as I could. So most of my dregs and those kind of things are metal. So this is my vampire. He's gonna look cool once he's painted up, but metal for now. And then Necromancer. Soul Blight Gravelord, classic Necromancer. I just really liked the sculpt, and I was like, as soon as I got gifted the Underworld Warband, I was like, boom, I gotta pick him up. He's gonna be my Undead Necromancer. And then my dregs, I got a Lich King also from Age of Sigmar, Soul Blight Gravelords. And then I have an Undead Ogre, also from Frostgrave. I figured he looked really cool, and I was like, if anything, he would just be really cool to paint up. That he's a dreg, so he's kind of been around for a long time and look a little gnarly. So, and then this is the Necromancer from the Warband, but I was like, dreg enough. And then to round off that Warband, it's gonna be 5 zombies and 5 ghouls. So there's, you know, zombie. Is that zombie? That's 3. I'll find the other one. And then I have this guy painted up. And we got a bird. And I still got to do a little bit of highlighting on him, but I kind of really wanted to make these guys more grimdark than anything else. But I'm terrible at that, so we'll see how that goes. And then my ghouls, I started painting this guy up white. But this is the previous owner's paint scheme for their ghouls. I bought them used for like $10. There's another Underworld Warband. So these guys will paint white, and I'll find some creepy color scheme to paint them. So it'll be nice. So those are going to be my 3 future Mordheim Warbands. Anything I'm doing wrong, I know I got to add equipment and all that kind of, like, I got to add equipment and all that kind of stuff to them in their lists. I should have been throwing up the lists as we've gone along. That does not include equipment. I still haven't put swords or anything on any of them. This is just me getting the models laid out, and then I'm gonna figure out how to, like, you know, paint them up, and all those will be videos and cool stuff. But I do want to get the Skreek Warband for my Eshin Skaven. That should help out a lot of my, filling a lot of gaps for my Eshin Skaven. Because I know those guys are lacking the most. But other than that, this is kind of like my first Mordheim video. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe. Tell me what more Warband you're working on. Give me tips or helps in the comments below. And stick around for more Mordheim content, because I'm going to be painting all these guys up and hopefully playing some. So after that, this has been Luke Kenner. Just keep painting.